And welcome to the Aaron Katsman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Katsman. We speak about your life, your money, and your investments. And as always, we're coming to you from the spiritual and soon to be financial capital of the world, Jerusalem, Israel. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. If you've not yet done so, why don't you go ahead and please subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and you can subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. And if you think somebody may find this of interest to you, why don't you go ahead and hit the share button and you can share it with them as well. We are celebrating Israel's Independence Day. Yes, the enemies, the Iranians, the Hamas, the Hezbollah, the Houthis, just keep adding whoever's on the list. The French have once again not succeeded to destroy the state of Israel, the Jewish people. And it is obviously cause for celebration. So once again, we're still here and we are celebrating Independence Day. So the question is, can you attain financial freedom? As we go from the solemnity of Holocaust Remembrance Day and Israel Memorial Day into the celebration of Israel Independence Day, Israelis are reflecting on what independence actually means, right? In the midst of 2.5 years of an existential war and surging global anti-Semitism, we celebrate national sovereignty, the miracle of a country that can both defend itself and chart its own destiny. While many have taken these things for granted and not given much thought to what having a country actually means, I think since the October 7th, there's been a wake-up call, a slap in the face, if you wish. And it's all changed, right? National pride has surged, even with the problems that exist. And I think that's welcome. It's a welcome change. Instead of people complaining about problems that negatively impact their feelings for the state, they're now grateful for the state, understanding that no society is perfect, fostering a renewed focus on improving the country, right? Put down your flags and barbecue tongs, put down your beers and your other adult beverages. As Israelis gear up for Independence Day, it's a great time to look at your own financial situation and make sure that you are on the road to your own financial independence. Well, I guess the first thing we have to do is actually define what is financial independence. Well, some might think it's jet setting in the world in your own private jet. I'm going to stick to how Wikipedia defines it, right? Wikipedia says financial independence is having a sufficient personal wealth to live indefinitely without having to work actively for basic necessities. In the case of many individuals whose financial circumstances fit this description, their assets generate income that is greater than their expenses. Under such circumstances, a person is financially independent. That's Wikipedia. So the question is, are you financially independent? It's a question worth asking because while Israel has achieved remarkable economic strength in a relatively short time, many individuals still struggle to achieve their own version of independence. Right? Israel Independence Day, therefore, is not just a national milestone. It's a powerful metaphor for your own personal growth. Right? On the national level, think back to Israel 1948. A fledgling state lacking infrastructure, surrounded by enemies, and heavily dependent on outside support. Fast forward to today, 2026, and Israel is a global economic powerhouse, a leader in technology and innovation, largely economically self-sufficient. Right? That didn't happen overnight. It required vision, discipline, sacrifice, and long-term planning, as well as a lot of patience and dealing with, as Israel moved from socialism to some kind of form of capitalism. Not exactly sure what it is. That's for another show. The same could be true for your own specific financial life. While many individuals believe that you need to be rich in order to be financially independent, in reality, you need to be able to cover your expenses with passive income to fit the definition. It's not just about your assets. Your expenses play a huge part in the equation as well. If you scale down your lifestyle, you can achieve independence on a much more modest sums of money than you ever dreamed was possible. Mr. Money Mustache writes, the bottom line is this: by focusing on happiness itself, you can lead a much better life than those who focus on convenience, luxury, and following the lead of the financially illiterate herd that is the TV ad-absorbing middle class of the United States and other rich countries today. Happiness comes from many sources, but none of these sources involve car or purse upgrades. That's sort of saying it like it is. I'm a much more civil the way that I try and make you change. He just like bangs you over the head. Here are 3 tips that I'm going to give you now that can help you get on the path to financial independence. First thing is, what's your goal? I'm a firm believer that people need to set goals in order to achieve sought after milestones. If you want to effectively lose weight, you set a goal of how much you want to lose. If you say to yourself, you want to just lose weight without any goal of how much, you're primed to achieve minimum weight loss, if any at all. As a guide of how much money you need in the future, I'd like to tell clients that they need about 20 years worth of this year's expenses. For example, if you spend $30,000 a year, you would need to have $600,000. Now, keep in mind that any pension, whether it's Social Security in the States, Bituach Leumi here, that you receive is going to lower the overall amount of money that you're going to need. So don't go, my God, $600,000, right? You've got other sources which are going to be coming in, which are going to lower that amount, right? If you receive, let's say, $20,000 a year in retirement income, then you're going to need another $10,000 as supplementary income, which means you'd only need around plus minus $250,000 in order to be independent. It's not out of reach, right? Don't be intimidated by the numbers because it's not as bad as it thinks. As you think it is. Money makes money. Money saving and investing has to become a priority. By saving and investing now, you're allowing your money to make more money. Start paying yourself first every month. Whether you're investing in real estate, where you get a monthly rent check, or you invest in broad-based indices, focus on a slow and steady approach to building wealth. While it's quite tempting to try and find, a grand slam stock that's going to make you an instant millionaire, far more often than not, if we stay with the baseball analogy, guess what? You're going to strike out, right? Keep it simple, slow, and steady. And finally, now is the time. I always hear individuals say they don't invest because they don't have enough money to start, right? They think that investing is only for the rich. I recently met a couple that had been married for a couple of years, and between some savings and wedding money, had around, $32,000, $33,000. They basically took the money and stuck it into a 0% savings account. When I asked why they never invested the money, they said, and I hear this all the time, they said it was such a small amount, it wasn't worth it, right? Had they invested it, it would be worth over $50,000 by now. So start making smart financial decisions, and you really can achieve financial independence. There's no reason that you can't. It's not that complex, right? Just follow the basic. Keep it simple. Follow the process, right? Save, start saving, live within your means. Take advantage of your retirement accounts and corporate matching schemes. These are all very, very basic things which are readily available to you, but can change your life dramatically over the long term. Okay? Happy birthday, Israel. You've been tuning in to the Aaron Katsman Show. We speak about your life, your money, and your investments. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. If you've not yet done so, please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. And if you think somebody might find this of interest, why don't you go ahead and share it with them as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll speak to you soon.